Good evening and welcome to our post-game women's volleyball press conference. We will start the press conference with an opening statement from head coach Tyler Hildebrand. Then we'll open it up to questions from the media for coach, along with players Abby Carrick, Zaina Meyer, and Natalie Glenn.
Thanks, Lindy. First of all, very proud of our team. We wanted to respond after two hard-fought battles last weekend and play our best volleyball and how we play, and I think we did that this weekend. So that's a big deal. And when you're on a journey, you gotta find ways to get better. And as a product of the work that they put in this week, so proud of them for that. Secondly, proud of our fans. We had just under 1,400 last night. We had over 1,400 tonight, and we're just really grateful that our fans are showing up and supporting us, and it really matters in these matches through conference. Obviously, we've had these relatively historic crowds this year, but as we talked about, we have a tough conference and we got a lot of work to do, and the job's not done in conference, so it's a really big deal. The difference between 800 and 1,400 tonight is huge, so we want to say thanks to them. And lastly, really proud of Nikki, their coach. She got the job last year, and she's turned that team into a team that believes that they can win. They almost beat Santa Barbara. They already got 3 wins in conference. So it's just, like I said all the time, we have great coaches in this league. I'm really proud of her and what they're doing. And we have a really, dear to our heart alumni that's on that staff. And it was really nice. She really congratulated us on our success, and I tried to tell her we were prepared, and we wanted to make sure that our team knew that Riverside is bringing that program back, and we need to honor that, and they've earned that. So we had to show up tonight, and we did.
Tyler Hendrickson with the 562. Coach, if you wouldn't mind just speaking on the defense. I mean, obviously you held them in the negative, which is pretty good. So, what did you feel that you guys were doing successfully? It seemed like the block really set the tone in the first set, and you guys kind of never looked back and forced them into a lot of errors.
Yeah, Bjorn gets to keep his job another week because we're blocking some balls. But, we worked. We've been working hard on blocking, but we identified something last week that I probably should have identified sooner. Our team is, I say this all the time, it's such a joy to coach them because their ability to buy in and really try to learn and not get frustrated when they're trying something new is, I just think it's really unique in sports in general, but especially in this day and age where everyone's focused on results and there's outside pressure to, identify through social media with how you are, all that crap. But so it's such a joy to coach them on that. And part of the reason I think we didn't block as well last week was because we were focusing on a different part of blocking to try to get better at that part. And that bled into the difference in system and out of system blocking. And so we said, hey, we got to be better at what we're actually pretty good at, which is in system blocking. And they were, to be able to focus on that and make that change was a big difference. And our defense is the heart and soul of our team. And it's what makes us I think hard to frustrating to play against. And so when you block a little bit better or a lot better this weekend defense, it's hard to kill the ball against us.
Hey Coach, what would you contribute the way the girls been playing during this conference play?
Well, That's hard for me to answer specifically. That's a good question. I think that, we sold, all 3 of these girls transferred, and I remember all the calls with them and all the talks we had. And, they came here because I was trying to sell a vision that we're gonna build this thing back. And Rome's not built in a day and all that. And we knew going into this season we were going to be a better team, and we knew we were going to be able to do some things. And when we beat Texas, it was like, oh, I guess we can do some things. But we also know that there's a difference between having great matches and then doing it all the time. So that's our challenge in conference is can we do what we did this weekend versus last weekend? And that's just, it's not that we played bad last weekend, but we didn't play it long enough. And so I attribute our success all year to the fact that we've been working on things for a long time now, 18 months now, and every week something's starting to click a little bit more, and that's how it goes. It's hard to get better at a lot of things all at once, and so I think that they're starting to gain confidence and believe, and now we know how good we are when we play well. So we have to now our challenge isn't necessarily just to get good; it's to find out ways how to sustain that level all the time and hold each other accountable to that, and that starts with our staff and our leadership and the players' leadership.
For Abby, fans have been noticing, and I'm sure everyone's noticing by now, your jump spin serve has been very effective lately. What was the process to working that into your game this year, and what's been working lately? 2 service aces tonight.
She's been working on it since June. We've been doing it for 5 months.
That's not true. We do a lot of serving in practice. So I took that time to kind of work on, throwing it up and staying behind the ball for like my high ball hitting. I wasn't really planning on jump serving, but my coach put some faith in me, and then I started heating up. And yeah, it's been cool. It definitely wasn't the game plan from the get-go, but I've been really enjoying it, and I feel like I'm starting to find a rhythm with it.
I was joking because I think it was right before the Northridge match. We were like, yeah, go ahead and do it. Right?
Yeah.
So it's a big deal that Abby is able to take something that a lot of people might be a little bit hesitant or scared of and go, okay, my team believes in me, our staff does, and go out there and do it. And tonight was a big deal because she missed a couple, and sometimes that can turn into like, oh, should I be doing this or whatever? And then how about that run? At the end of the match, and that's a sign that Abby has, she's really growing, and it was really fun to watch her believe in herself.
Question for Zaina, great match. There was 6 different hitters with 5 or more kills, yourself included. Was some good swings tonight as well. Was it a concerted effort to kind of distribute the ball and share it around, or are you just kind of playing and seeing what's available and letting the game kind of come to you in that way?
Yeah, it's kind of just a feel a lot of the time. I just kind of feel like I just kind of know who's gotten more sets, and I just try to balance it out. But I was thinking about that a little bit tonight, about like who hasn't got as many sets, and just trying to always incorporate the middles. And I think that kind of leads to a balanced offense when you just incorporate the middles. And also being able to be an offensive threat myself has been a focus this week. So that was pretty exciting. But yeah.
Well, I'll say it again. I probably get 5 questions a match of like, hey, did you tell it? And that's what Zaina's really good at, is we don't have to tell her hardly anything. We do some prep at the beginning of the week, and yeah, so we get direct who she sets in this balance or this or that, less than probably most staffs in the country. She does a good job of feeling that.
15 minutes.
Hey Natalie, what on the court? How do you when things are going your way on the court? How the energy? How do you the energy on the court? How do you feel like on the court when that energy is going your way, and balls are bouncing your way on the court?
It gives me more confidence to just keep going, and playing with joy is also a big thing that I kind of focus on. So yeah, when things are going my way, it's like, woo, yeah.
Natalie, to ask you about when things aren't going your way, the mindset after, and I'm sure there was a serve today where it was coming out of a timeout, couldn't get it done, but what's the mindset coming after? Is it like, just forget that happened, next ball, next time you come around, it's just fire away?
Yeah, I try not to focus on like past plays, like it happened, it's whatever. And my goal whenever I serve, or my focus is to just have a high toss and stay behind it. And then if it feels good, I just hit it as hard as I can. If it doesn't, then I just kind of place it in the court.
Boom.
Oh, Natalie.
Abby, what is there any moment before conference play or during conference play that that you had conversations with the team in terms of like, oh, we need to step our game up and like be able to play on all facets of the ball, like just elevate our game?
Yeah, I think I've definitely said some things, but I think that everyone on our team, we focus on everyone's a leader. And our captains are great, but it's really helpful when everyone's on the same page and everyone's dialed on the fact that, like, we need to play our best volleyball whenever we can. And our best volleyball might look different on different days. But I think that we're all on the same page. And, like, tonight our goal was to come out and not just get by, not just get a win. It was to continue to prove ourselves and define our team. And, you know, we've talked about the fact that we have a target on our back. We've proved ourselves, and now everyone wants to beat us. So we know teams are going to come out and play hot against us, and we're ready for that. And we love that challenge. So I think we all have that in the back of our minds. We talk about JT3, how we're on this journey. And I think that helps all of us stay kind of on the same page. And we're like, we're here to work. We're here to show everyone who we are and make history, not just to play mediocre volleyball. So, boom.
Coach, you guys have gone 12-0 in the last 4 sets you've played at home in this building. What would you say contributes to how well you guys are all playing here at home?
Well, our number one goal is to get this community excited about us again and come and support. And so I would say it's the fans. I think the fans lift us up. The challenge for us is to be able to play volleyball just as well when we're either in an away crowd that's big or an away crowd that's small. Both of those two things are difficult to do. And so I would say the fans, and I would also say this is a great gym to play in. It's one of the most iconic gyms in the country. I think that there's a bit of a home court advantage because we're used to it, and it is a little different. It's really nice to play on Terraflex. You know, we're one of the few teams in our conference that has Terraflex, which is, that's what real volleyball is played on. And the other thing is that we have a big squad size, and we've talked about this in weeklies press conferences. But we have 23 women on this team. We have an unbelievable manager staff. Our managers are unbelievable. It's crazy how much they've committed to helping us, and we have our normal staff, but we have all of our managers around. They're supporting us. We have our whole team here, and not just for the game to cheer or to support or give an extra set of eyes, but they're there with us all day. And I think that this team cares about each other from top to bottom, and I think it matters that we're all together.
Thank you, guys.